Welcome back to another episode of the NexEra user guide. Before we start, if you haven't watched the previous video yet, I recommend checking those first. They will make this part much easier to follow. So, this is design space, the main area where you actually create and design your app. First, let's talk about the connection status. If you are connected to your hardware, you won't see the reconnection or offline option up here. But if you are not connected, you will notice them appear, meaning you can either reconnect to your Bluetooth device or continue working offline. Now, inside the design space, you will see we have two main tabs on top: Design and Preview. The Design tab is where you build everything. You add your tools, move components around, and adjust their properties. In fact, all the design work happens here. Whenever you want to see how your app actually behaves or interact with your hardware, you will need to switch to the Preview tab. We will get to them in a moment. Let's back to Design tab. At the top right corner of Design tab, there is a three-dot menu which gives you access to several key project settings. Let me quickly go through each of them. First one, App Splash. This is where you can customize your app's splash or launch screen, the one users see when the app first opens. You can adjust its layout, style, and even version info. Next item, Page Properties, lets you set the background color of each page, change the navigation bar color when you have multiple pages, and then Manage Pages. You will see this option only if you turn on multi-page when creating your project. This is where you can add extra pages, rename them, pick icons, and basically organize everything so your app has clean, easy navigation between screens. And then Clone Project creates an exact duplicate of your project. It's great if you want to experiment without affecting the original. Then Set Hardware, used for connecting to BLE devices that your app has scanned. If you are not connected to any device yet, this option also appears in drop-down menu, letting you pick hardware at any time during your project setup. App Settings. This is where you can control what the end user can change after the app is published. For example, you can decide whether they are allowed to add or switch hardware, or tweak certain app properties. It's basically the place where you set the rules for what your user can customize. And finally, About shows basic project details like the app name, version, and some descriptions. Each of these is pretty straightforward, and you will use them quite often while setting up or managing your app. Now let's move to the Preview tab. This is where you can actually simulate and interact with your app just like it would behave on a real device. You can test the layout, verify triggers, and check hardware actions before publishing. For example, if you have designed a setup where pressing a button turn on a light, you won't see that behavior in Design tab. But when you switch to Preview, press the button and your hardware is connected, you will see the light turn on in real time. So it lets you to communicate with your hardware in real time. In Preview tab, there's also a three-dot menu on the top right with these options. Screenshot captures a full screenshot of your app, which you can use later when you're publishing your app. Then View Logs shows real-time logs of hardware communication and events, very helpful for debugging or testing. And finally, about displays general app information. Now let's take a look at the toolbar rows at the top. These are the controls you will use the most while working with your components. There are two rows. In the top row, you will find a series of controls for aligning, centering, and distributing your components. So if you've selected a few items, you can make them line up perfectly, horizontally, vertically, or even make their width and height match. In the second row, you have options to undo and redo your recent actions, save or delete your project, copy components, or even copy their properties and apply them to another component. And if you are ever unsure about what any button does, don't worry. All of them are explained in the documentation, and I will share the link to that in the description. On the right hand side, we have another important panel, the Canvas navigation panel. This panel helps you move around your workspace when you are zooming or when your page gets large. So instead of accidentally shifting components, you can navigate the entire canvas smoothly. At the very top, you will see the panel grabber. You can drag this area to reposition the whole panel anywhere on the screen. Below that, you will find all the navigation tools, zoom in and zoom out buttons, a full screen toggle to expand your workspace, and of course, the pan tool. The pan tool lets you move the entire canvas without touching any components. Just press and hold the pan tool icon. A transparent arrow will appear in the center of your screen. If you look at that, you will see it. Then with your other hand, drag anywhere to move the canvas in any direction. Now, at the bottom of the design space, you will see another set of icons. These are your bottom toolbar tools. They give you quick access to different panels that help you design, organize, and fine-tune your app. Let's go through them one by one. Respond toolbox. This is where you will find all the tools you can use to build your UI. Depending on whether your project is connectable or not connectable, the toolbox will look a little different. Some tools are shared between both project types, while others are specific to connectable projects or not connectable projects. Inside the toolbox, you will see everything from text view, buttons, charts, and images, all the way to hardware-related tools like RSSI indicators, battery display, sliders, switch, and joysticks. Either way, everything you need to design your app's interface starts right here in Tools box. You just need to drag and drop, or just simply double tap on each tool that you need. Next, action panel, second button from left. Here you can assign actions to your components. Things like what should happen when a button is pressed or when your hardware sends data back to the app. You also decide whether that components will read data from the hardware or write data to it. This is where the logic of your app really starts to come together. With set all these options fields here, and that's it. That's the action panel. We will cover this action panel in another video. So next item is trigger. The trigger panel is where your app's logic really comes to life. Here you can set conditions for your components. For example, what should happen when a value changes, when data is received from the hardware, or when a specific condition is met. You choose the trigger type, define the condition, and then assign an action like changing a text, updating color, or reacting to the hardware data. This is what lets your app behave intelligently and respond automatically without the user pressing anything. After trigger panel, let's back to the design space. So we have property panel. When you select a component and tap property panel, then you can adjust how that component looks like. Things like color, size, font, and other visual settings. Some of these options are common across all tools, while others are specific to the component you are working with. For example, here if I select a text view, so I want to change the color, I select the color and just press the set, and as you can see, the color of this text view is changed to red. Next option is precision editor. If I select that component and then press precision editor, a panel will be open. This is the place that I can move component or resize the component pixel by pixel, like move up, left, right, up, down, or resize that component, make it bigger or like just smaller, bigger. So that's for precision editor, which help you to with a more accuracy to just adjust the location, position of that component or size of that component. After precision editor, we have the layer panel. This panel is really helpful when you have multiple components stacked on top of each other or multi components in one page. You can quickly reorder layers, move elements above or below other, or select multiple components at once. You can also hide components, or you can just lock them completely to work on another component, or lock only their position so you can still adjust their size. You can select a single component to do whatever you want, or work with a group of them at the same time. That's the layer panel, and that's it for this episode. You now your way around all the main panels and tools, so you are ready to start building and customizing your app with confidence. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like the video and check out the next episode, where we will go even deeper into creating real interactions with NexEra. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.